Today's day number 2 of the 14-day AI sprint challenge that I'm doing. So, as I said in yesterday's video, I'm just going to review the 9 automation ideas. The ninth one doesn't necessarily work out, so I only actually have 8. So, sorry about that one. But yeah, I'm just going to run through them real quick. So, the first one is a contact form automation. So, basically, customer fills out the contact form. And then you get ChatGPT to summarize it for you, and then it splits into 2 paths, and basically it sends a Gmail to you, but then it also adds them to your CRM management as a new customer on your contact list. That way you can use it for marketing purposes, stuff like that. The second one is an after hours voice agent, which you could also just use as a 24/7 voice agent. I know there's some companies out there that don't like having AI as like a 24/7 thing. So the after hours voice agent allows them to capture necessary information from after hours calls that they may be missing and turn those people into leads, hopefully. So the LLM basically just summarizes those, and then it sends you an email after hours, so that the emails there in the morning. It just kind of summarizes the conversation for you. And same thing, it can also take that customer's information and add them to your CRM for marketing reasons again. Third one, I skipped too far ahead. Customer feedback / review follow up. So I know for one business that I was talking to, they use like reservation. They book reservations. They get their clients to book reservations through a contact form, but then they have to like confirm that reservation for them. It's a restaurant. Um, so basically, customer would fill out the contact form, and then uh, you'd have to confirm it, and it would send an email or an SMS. Oh no, sorry, my bad. I got that mixed up. So the customer would fill out the contact form, and then after you've confirmed it, all that's done, and they've left, it would send them an email or an SMS after the service is done and ask them for feedback or a Google review. And then ChatGPT summarizes that, or an LLM of your choice summarizes that and adds the feedback to a spreadsheet of some sort or wherever you're using to store that. And at the end of each month, you can have your LLM go through and pick the top 3 or the top 3 best and worst customer feedbacks that were the most frequent. And then that way you can see what's working in your business. They like these foods. They didn't like these foods. Okay, let's keep these dishes. Let's switch these dishes. And it can apply to other businesses as well. Fourth one is like a newsletter / article automation. So essentially, what has happened is you've gathered all these contacts in your CRM using these different forms and different methods, as like the previous 3 automations. And what you can do is you can send out an email for marketing reasons of like, hey, these are events that's going on this week at the restaurant, or these are promotions we have going on at our store, like 15% off all Husqvarna equipment or something, something like that for like a equipment store, obviously lawn mowing or something. Yeah, so that's just used for marketing purposes. And then the next one would be a missed call follow up. So this is really good for blue collar business owners, ones that are still kind of in the field. They don't have someone on the phone. They're still the one answering the phone. So basically, what it does is it allows them to buy time by keeping the lead warm. So miss a call, it triggers an action, and then that sends an SMS back to the phone number that called you, and basically keeps that lead warm, buys you a little bit more time to get back to them so that you can hopefully turn that into a sale. Or you could also integrate a AI agent into that and just kind of have it manage that whole thing and collect some information and get them a little bit further along the sales process. Uh, and then the next one is just booking reminders, which I know is in some softwares, but there are quite a few companies out there that don't actually use two-way softwares. So either you could help them implement that in their software or just do it as kind of a separate system. But you guys all kind of know how that works. I think I had two more. A Google review reply automation. So a new review is entered by a customer, and then you get ChatGPT to um, address it, and it generates like a response in a table, for example, like Zapier or I don't know. I'm starting to learn N8N, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. But for example, like a Zapier table, and then it can show the created message for you, and then you can have another trigger action, which basically allows you to just send a trigger to respond to that comment. That way, it's just another way to manage your contact with customers, deal with good reviews, bad reviews. Just speeds up that process, so you're not sitting there having to write all of them. You can just kind of read it and go, okay, yep, we're good. And then last one, number 8, is a YouTube comment reply. Kind of same idea. You can have it either automatically reply to comments for you, or have it generate comments for you, or replies to comments for you, and then you can just kind of go along and approve them. That was like my 8 ideas from yesterday. That was a little lengthy. But basically today, brushed up on just some more like foundational concepts. And I just kind of reviewed like a simple 4-step prompt like format today as well. So just like step 1, give the give ChatGPT, say, the role, give it some context, and then third, give it a command of what you want, and then fourth, the format. That's a really simple one. There's some more complex ones out there, and I'll go back to those later. Yeah, and then I just learned a little bit more. I read a little bit up on building custom GPTs, but I still gotta follow through with that and mess around with them a little bit. And then I guess really the bigger part of what I did today was just on N8N, which I guess I'll show you here. This is the first one. It's a simple agent, just a chat agent. So you go in and you could chat with it, and like, hey, whatever. Like obviously there's more complex actions to it, and then it respond like, hello, how can I assist you today? And you can chat with it, do a little bit more. Yeah, chat function goes to the agent. Agent is attached to ChatGPT for an LLM, and then it's got a simple step memory, which all that does is it allows it to remember. I have it set for up to 10 like previous prompts in the conversation, whereas before, like if you were to try and talk about something that you just prompted it, it wouldn't tell you. You go to overview. This is the second one here. This is just an email one, so you get a new email in your inbox, and the agent uses ChatGPT to create a new draft or write like a summarization of it, and then it uses that summarization to create a new draft in your Gmail. So you can just go into Gmail, look at your drafts, read it, edit it, respond it. I kind of customized the summarization to how I would respond to an email. I gave it 2 examples. That way it just kind of uses my tone. It seems a little bit more natural. And then the third one I did, which I am not done, it's kind of like the first one where you can chat with the agent and it uses the LLM. I've got something messed up here. Don't worry about that. I've got to figure that out afterwards. But basically, I'm giving it a like a database, like a knowledge source. I'm adding to it, so it'll use RAG, and I've uploaded a file into the data store. So I've still got to figure this one out, but basically if you were to have this agent like sitting on your homepage of your website for customer support, it would have a knowledge base, just a bunch of questions to draw from to help answer. So yeah, just testing out, trying to learn N8N. Yeah, that's kind of all I did today. Not as much as yesterday. I did a little bit more messing around with N8N, and it took a little bit more time. But yeah, day two's all done. So yeah, stick around for day three. I'm excited to see where it goes.